day 109 of Peter and Doxie sailing from New South Wales to Queensland here in Tin Can Bay Marina. And today's the day. Today's the day we leave. Sounds like I hated Tin Can Bay. I don't. It's a lovely place. But if you've been following along, you'll know that we've been stuck here for 6 weeks, basically with engine problems, which have been resolved. And today's the day we keep moving north, so new adventures await. So hang around and let's see what happens today when we leave Tin Can Bay to go north. Birds are really scared of these rubber snakes, I can see that. Okay, excuse the mess, but that's what this is all about. Just at the pointy end of getting going. I'm just putting coffee on for the trip, which I will put into my coffee mug. And yeah, we're getting pretty close to getting on our way. So I'm just going to do these dishes and we'll start, disassembling things like power and all that kind of thing. Well, the engine's running. I don't know what time it is because I've got it on tracker now. Anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, now to get out of the mooring, the marina, should I say. So off we go. And just like that, we're on our way. Bye-bye to little hole in the water that was my home for the last few days, and out we go on a stunning Tin Can Bay day. Look at the quality of this weather, man. Fabuloso. This is the first time I've been able to con Doxie in over 6 weeks. It feels good. It feels weird, but it feels good. Ain't complaining. Goodbye, Tin Can Bay. Yep, I couldn't have put it better myself. And here we go, exiting the marina. Fighting the tide, but hey, it's all good. Look at this. Alright, let's give her a few more herbs now, eh? Thank you to the people at Tin Can Bay Marina. Thank you to Tim. Yeah, good results all round, and geez, she feels good. Just has that different feeling than, I don't know, little tweeters, little welcome sparrows. Well, I guess they're the see you off sparrows. Yeah, they're going crazy now. But, feels good, man. Feels good. And the final pass past Tin Can Bay, Coast Guard, Yacht Club, Barnacles Cafe there, and the public pontoon, which was my one of my sole attachments to the mainland, really, whilst living out there in the stream, as it were. Yeah, look at the day already. Oh, somebody's throwing a net out there. Catching some bait, no doubt. Okay, so just heading out of the channel. So of course it's green to port as we were going out of the waterway. So we've got a lot more to go. Today's journey should take about 4 to 5 hours. We're going to have some contrary tide initially coming out of here, and then as it turns at around about 11, I'll have it going against me again. So yeah, I just took that into consideration and thought I'll take it. Past the yacht club and the houseboat hire place and the bait and tackle shop. The yacht club, of course, now I'll remember as the place of the earthquake. So there you go. With me living on a boat, what were the chances of me being ashore at the only time I've ever experienced an earthquake in Australia? Anyway, there you go. Useless piece of information. Up ahead there on the hill, Carlo Blow, you can see the sand, just barely, but if you go back to a previous video from when I initially arrived, I did a day trip there to Rainbow Beach and climbed up to the Carlo Blow, which was worth doing. An amazing piece of landscape, as well as the views from there are just phenomenal. So yeah, quite a place, and quite the weather to appreciate it. Coming out of the channel now, our old familiar neighbourhood. The red yacht there, which was my marker to go around the sandbar to get to IGA Beach down there. That's what I call it. That was my sole purpose of going there, other than the library, I guess. Looking back, Tin Can Bay. Well, that's pretty much my old spot there. Yeah, the little boat with the mast down and the bigger boat with no mast in front of it were my neighbours. Of course, there is the ketch there. So we got some new people moved in. The neighbourhood still looks okay. Yeah, some new guys here, so passing through like myself, although they're probably passing quicker than I am, or did, or have, or whatever. There's a little beach there I've been to a couple of times to fix the bung on the dinghy and various other jobs I did. So covered there by the tide at the moment. As I said, we're looking at a high tide of 11 o'clock. It's got to be about 10 now. Oh, hang on. Look at clock, probably 9:56. Not bad. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's probably going to work out that I'll have it against me going down this leg and then have it against me going up the other leg. But that's okay. So it takes a little longer. I've waited 6 weeks. What's a few more hours, minutes, whatever, eh? So, it feels funny seeing the old neighbours. Bye-bye, neighbours. Familiar later, neighbour Ketch. That'll be a beautiful boat if it gets done up. Troy Lee, I think. But yeah, very nice, classic design. I'd like to swing by and say goodbye to Steve up here on Trekker. Yeah, I've warned him that I'm coming by. No time for a beer this time though. Probably a little early for me, but you know. Looks like Steve's getting into his tender. Oh no, he's out of it again. Okay. We'll have a wave and I'll be on my way. And this is Doxie leaving from Steve's point of view. Sails up and ready to go. Okay, the sails are up. Yes, you can still hear the engine going. Not a lot of breeze and I'm fighting the tide, so I'm just giving myself a bit of a push. Doing a bit of motor sailing, but yeah, that'll get us along nicely. And wave. That's the last wave goodbye, right? There we go. Gotta love cruisers. Fishing boats that decide to come right up behind you. That's alright. Looking back at Trekker and the home that was for 6 weeks. Nice. Thank you, Tin Can Bay. Looking up ahead now, Fraser Island, Kagari. And we're just sort of, what little wind there is right on the clacker at the moment, so it doesn't know which way it wants to go. Hence I'm motor sailing, probably more motor than sailing, but I'll take it. The wind's supposed to build up a little bit anyway, so yeah, it's too nice out here not to really love it. Oh, the things you have to suffer through on boats, doing it tough. And here comes the inbound crowd from the Wide Bay Bar. And there goes the AIS. Yeah, so we're near a high tide, so perfect time for it to be coming in. And a passing parade of boats coming in from the bar.
Apologies for all that delay. This is very Rescue Heavy Bay, standing by on 6.
Alright, so Kagari, Fraser Island, directly ahead, not the little green one, but the bluey one behind it. Obviously it's a very large island, being the largest sand island in the world. It's got to have some size to it. You can see the beach over there, perhaps. That's where the ferry goes from Inskip Point to Kagari, Fraser Island, so people can take their four-wheel drives and just drive for miles up a very straight beach. Not that I've been there, but it looks very impressive. And the gap you can see over there is the Great Sandy Strait, which is where we are headed. It's funny to think I came here on my little day trip on my dinghy several weeks back now. Went into Inskip Bay and came out the other channel, which is back there somewhere. You can see Rainbow Beach, the houses there, and also part of the Carlo Blow, that sand in the hill there. So yeah, I've probably seen a lot more of this area than I thought I would, which is really good. Yeah, like I've probably said previously, my plan was really to stay at Tin Can Bay on the way back, so I could wait it out if I needed to for the Wide Bay Bar to be crossable, if you like. So yeah, we're still on the motor at the moment. The wind forecast hasn't come up yet, so you can see a little bit of rippling, but to be honest, I've wound the jib in a bit now, and I had it out to dry basically after all that rain, right? I mean, I know I had it out on the dock the other day, but wow, this is an even nicer and warmer day. Hard to believe, but I think spring might be coming to Queensland. Awesome. And coming up, we're on Inskip Point. In the distance you might be able to see the Manta car ferry that's sitting there going, I think it's on the end of the beach there, just with its ramp down on the sand as it does. Looks like the tide is starting to run out. Yeah, that makes sense. Top of the tide was 20 minutes ago, which means as soon as I get around this corner I'll be fighting the tide again. But for now I can enjoy some bit of a lift. So yeah, Inskip Point, Fraser Island, Kagari. Somebody please tell me what the apostrophe is in Kagari, thank you. I don't know why they don't tell us what the full name is. Yeah, obviously the apostrophe stands for letters which have not been written down. I know I'm leaving, but this is ridiculous. Anyway, there we come. Past Inskip Point, a little bit closer now. Wind's pushing in from what feels like the northeast at the moment. Not forecast at all, but maybe it'll swing around in time. Still managing to motor sail here, but picking up a bit of wind benefit now at last. It's supposed to swing to the southeast from the southwest, so maybe it's just getting warmed up, who knows. Anyway, look at this. So that's Inskip Bay, I think it's called. I went in there with a dinghy, went to that little beach right at the end there, walked across to the beach where I saw the lighthouse, etc. For the incoming vessels to across the Wide Bay Bar. Whoa, whoa, there we go. There's the ferry. Oh, yeah, good idea. Vessel going out now on the tide. Oh yeah, we got a bit of wind coming here now. Let's look at this and see which way it goes for us. Okay, the ferry has disgorged its load, picking up others. And if we come back here to Inskip Point, you can see where there's the next line of traffic. So it's, yeah, busy day for them today. Being for a Monday, so yeah. Anyway, we're the Wide Bay Bar entrance and everything is starting to come into view if I could hold the camera straight. So we'll be seeing that very shortly. And here are the boats in Inskip Bay, Lagoon, whatever it is. Yeah, apparently a great place to go and dive on your boat because the water's very clear and the tidal flow is minimal. So if I haven't done it before then, maybe that's something I can earmark for the way back. I'll probably need it by then. In a marina, not much fun. So there is the passage, Wide Bay Bar beyond. I can see some white water out there, but that's breaking on the reef, which is part of the obstacle course, as well as shallow sandy waters as well. Yeah, Fraser Island, looping around now, and our destination somewhere up there, up the Great Sandy Strait. Actually, somebody who's just come in, and maybe he's just going to wait here until they move on in the next day or two, who knows. But yeah, this is, it's almost like the toll gate between going north and south. Getting in, getting out, conditions have to be pretty perfect. And there she is, it's wide open now as we enter into the main channel shortly, which is actually called Wide Bay Harbour. And yeah, it's got a lot of custom out there on the peninsula. So just swinging around a bit, you can see the white water there behind. So that's on the reef. So basically when you head out there, you then turn left and do the Mad Mile. So that'll be something to look forward to on the way back. All these treats. There goes the Manta Ferry. This is where we get to make a left turn soon. And we're now in the Great Sandy Strait and also Wide Bay Harbour. So the land on our right is now going to be Fraser Island for the next couple of days or so. Okay, looking back to Wide Bay Bar, seeing a lot more white water now, so as we can see more around that corner. And in Skip and back to up Tin Can Bay Creek. Tin Can Bay can't be seen now. Okay, so making a little bit of our deviation to the right now. Just avoiding the shallows that were in this part here. We've just skirted around that, as it were, and just going through a semi-shallow piece before we start hitting a deeper channel again. Narrower than this, but deep is what we're worried about, and deep is what we hopefully will get. Got George on the wheel now, and I'm going to go forward and take the mainsail down. Yeah, I think we're done with that for today. It didn't really get much work out, but it got dry, so I suppose that's something, isn't it? So might as well put it away, make ready for arrival at an Anchorage without any further jobs that need doing. So the further in we go, of course, the more land resolves, where at first there was just an open sea horizon. So it's also low-lying, of course, that, yeah, it doesn't show over the horizon until you're pretty close. So just following the channel. Oh, you're getting buzzed by somebody. And yeah, people out on their houseboats. Well, rental, I'd say. I always wonder how much you're supposed to know before you can actually take one of those out. I mean, you can come to grief out here quite easily. The strong tides and everything else. So just spinning around now. There's a plane that's going there. And looking back from whence we came, I think it's a catamaran. He's still out there. Hasn't really made any ground on us. Wind really hasn't eventuated. So yeah, let's have a look what those hills are at some stage. They're the only ones around. So the town of Maryborough is in there somewhere. It's quite a cute town where I drove through, but I didn't slow down. I was in a hurry. Okay, so I just got through that piece where there's no wind, and there's a little wind coming in now off the starboard side. So I'm running the jib out and just seeing if it does anything, whether it lasts or just dies away again. So we can get a bit of a lift. I was trying for a few minutes without the engine. Yeah, first time I've turned it off all day. And yeah, you're probably getting a lot of wind noise. I'm probably talking over the top of this anyway. But sort of counting on this gully here giving us a bit of extra wind. They had to pass me eventually. Getting closer. I'm back under just sail at the moment because the wind came up again. You can see here now, sand flats. Those would have been covered before and it made it look like a huge water expanse, but yeah, this is where you get to see how shallow it really is. You can see the markers now are right almost on the sand, it feels like. So that's how shallow it's getting. So they've turned the corner basically. You can see the sand between us. Coming up on the turn pretty soon now. So you can see the marker up there. And then basically behind that sandbar, which is the beach really, there's the channel to get back up there. And it'll be somewhere below that hill. So nice and protected. So obviously that's why somebody chose it. You can see it now pretty clearly. Okay, so not seeing any masts or anything in here yet. Well protected behind the greenery. Okay, starting to see some boats in there now as we get a bit closer. Just starting to make the turn in now, so the tide's about an hour away from being full low. So as bad as this is as bad as it's going to get. So that's great too. So yeah, slackening tide too, that means. So I'm starting to find less adverse current against me, which will make life a bit easier. Here we're coming in. Looking good. Gary's Anchorage, people. As for this, I spit on your crab pot. So tomorrow we will come back down this way, back into the main channel there, and we'll do a right turn, and we'll be heading off in that general direction. Well, here we are in Gary's Anchorage. First time I've actually gone from one place to the other in 6 weeks. So yeah, the quiet here is just deafening. You've got that ringing happening in your ears, you know. It's just like there is no noise. I'm sure there'll be a bit later when the birds start roosting as the sun gets further down, but at the moment we're nicely sheltered from that little southeasterly that popped up towards the end. So I did get a bit of sailing in just on the jib because I was not going to run up the main again, just basically to sort of find that, oh, it's gone again. There you go. You probably liked it better like that. I know, I get it. So yeah, anyway, here we are. Found a little anchorage. It is so peaceful. It was a good day. Probably a little bit too much motoring for my liking, but the thing is, it just sounded like she was going like a sewing machine. It was just nice and steady, and yeah, it just felt good. And now you're probably getting microphone noise. So I'm going to move the camera this way a bit, out of the reach of wind. Anyway, just looking around at the neighbours. Not that many of them, but yeah. One day, or day one, I'm back on the road, and it feels good. Just trying to get my anchor watch stuff working and everything on my new phone. It's always, 10 layers deep in the settings, basically. Oh yeah, that little button there. Anyway, it's all working now, so I can sleep peacefully knowing that my anchor alarm is set. We're bottom of the tide now, so I've let out a lot of chain, so when the tide comes in, we've got plenty to play with, as it were. Yeah, I think the tide, I would imagine, I haven't even looked at it yet, but I'm guessing high tide's going to be around about midday tomorrow, so I'm going to leave it a respectable time, have a relax here in the morning. Just want to be getting over Sheridan Flats basically at the right time to not have to hassle around with shallow water. I mean, I know I've got a small draft, so I can get away with more than most. So yeah, I'll probably leave in the mid to late stages of the incoming tide just to make life easier. This little side creek, I'll obviously fight the tide, but as soon as I turn right into the mainstream, I'll be going along with it for the most part. So anyway, I am going to have a nice little shake. Cheers to the first sailing leg in 6 weeks. Anyway, you want to share this stuff, so please do comment on it. I mean, who hasn't got something to say about this? And yeah, don't be selfish, share it. And don't forget to subscribe, because we are back, baby. This is Dawn Raider out. As a Brummy friend of mine used to say, it's all right here, our kid.